Hello everyone. What we're going to attempt to do here is we're going to put a set of heads and a cam on this stock 5.3 in a 2008 Chevrolet truck. So far the only thing we've done to it is the K&N filter and just drive the crap out of it. All the parts I'll be installing are back here. Have a set of PRC heads. They've been CNC ported and polished. They got the 660 live file springs on it to run the big cam with. Got a set of Speed Engineering headers and Y-pipe. We have the Texas Speed cam. It's the stage 2 high lift. I got it because I still want to be able to pull my boat with it. Now I got the DoD Delete kit, which comes with the head gaskets, the time and chain cover gaskets, the new gear for the 3-bolt cam, the bolts for it. I bought a new set of Chevrolet Performance lifters. I just didn't want to change the 8 out for the DoD, so I got all 16. Got new lifter trays for it. Got the ARP head bolts. I didn't want to mess with the torque to yield bolts. First we got the lifter valley tray. Got a wideband sensor and gauge and a pod to put on the steering column. And while I was at it, I went ahead and bought the bearings for the rocker arms from Summit. So we're going to be working on it probably most of the weekend, if not all the weekend. And when we get done, hopefully this thing will run a lot better. Alright, here's what I was working on yesterday before my SD card filled up. You guys didn't get to see a whole lot of it, but basically all I did was pull the electric fans out, pull the radiator out, pull the water pump off, and I also took the crossover pipe on the exhaust off. That was a little bit of a pain. I had to drop the sway bar in the front just so I could get that off. But other than that, everything was pretty straightforward. So today, hopefully I will be pulling the intake and the heads off, and the time and chain cover, maybe get the cam out. We'll see. Alright, I haven't done a very good job of recording. The SD card filled up again on me and I missed taking the intake off, but as you can see, I have taken the coil packs off. I've got the alternator and power steering pump laid over to the side. I have the coil packs off, and now I'm getting ready to take the exhaust manifolds off, and then probably the heads after that. I'm not even going to attempt to try to videotape it all because my card will fill up on me again. Alright, now we have it. I got the exhaust manifolds off, got the valve covers off. What else did I take off? Oh, the rocker arms and the push rods. I got them out there on the table sitting over here. I know it probably doesn't matter, but I'm going to put them in the same order they came out of. And now I'm going to videotape taking the heads off. You got the lifters out. You be careful coming out of the cam bearings. You don't want to mess the cam bearings up with a new cam. Just does come out. Got very little clearance. But there it is.
Yep. So
0.3 DoD cam.
So what's next?
Next is rolling up the new one and putting it in.
Alright.
I'm going to wipe the can down with this before I put it in. Just to heat oil treatment. True gooey. And it's going to help I'll put the lubrication on it. Going in. Mostly on the bearings here. This is the bearing surface, the big round ones. That's where it actually goes into the cam bearings. I put on all of it, even though it's a roller cam. So once I get it in the hole, I will do the rest of it. Wipe the rest of it down while it's sticking out like that. See this, that's real gooey. Next bearings, and it slid right out of that one. Into the next bearings, and then into this will be the tricky set, the last set. Oh, it wasn't. There we go. Cam is in. Got the heads in, got them torqued down, got the valley cover on, torqued down.
Yeah, after we almost lost the socket in there.
Yeah, we dropped the socket. It fell right on the lifter. I mean, the cam. But we got it out. So now we're going to try to set the headers in while I'm in here, and there's not much stuff in the way right now. That was easier than I thought it was going to be.
Alright, so we're done for the day, and we got the cam installed, heads on, valley cover on, and headers on.
And the new lifters.
And the new lifters. Anything else I'm missing?
Nope, that's it. I think we got it all.
Goal
It's looking
for
good right now.
Yep, goal for tomorrow. Possibly start it. Who knows?
The next day.
Alright, we're going to push out the old trunnion. There's plenty of videos on this. I've already seen them where they've used a drill press to push them out, where they've used an arbor press, where a guy used a hammer. We're going to use a hydraulic press because that's what we have. So first thing you're going to do, it's got those little ears on the one side. Place that down on the socket like that. Raise the press. I think that's a 9/16 deep well socket. Take it and press the old one out. There's the old one. And the cap for it's still in there. Just turn it up and it comes out. Clean the rocker off. And what I've been doing is placing it down with the ears up. Take your bearing. I don't know if you can see it. There's words on one side of it. They got the size of the bearing and everything. The other side, there's nothing. So you put that side out. Set it in the rocker arm. I took a couple washers. I bored them out to the same size as the trunnion. And then we press that one in. When the washers bottom out, you're good to go. Right there. Off. Then you take your trunnion, mount it in there. Again, bearing, word side out, set it on there. Set it on there. Set your washers on it. And here, how about it? And press your other bearing on. And I didn't hit the center of the hole with this, so I got to center it up so it goes through the washers. And there it's on. How you do it? Clean it up around the edges. And this is the Summit kit. And I am impressed with their snap rings. They have a very heavy duty snap ring for this. And plenty of spares. So the way you should put the snap ring on, there's a beveled side on the inside, and then there's a sharp side. Put the sharp side out, because if you have any axial movement, it's harder. It's caught onto the groove a lot better. I mean, it'll work either way, and we shouldn't really have any radial play on it. But put on the snap ring pliers, click it on until you get the little gap in there. It's on. And one more. That's a beveled side. That's the sharp side out. They don't tell you that in instructions. That's just something I've always done. Yeah, pull it. There you go. It's a done deal. Alright, we're getting ready to put the rocker arms back on. I've already put new trunnions and bearings inside the rocker arms. So we're going to put the push rods in, put the rocker arms on, I'll clean the valve covers, we're going to put them on.
Here's everything ready to go in. We also got the exhaust on, headers, and the Y pipe. We had to pull the passenger side header off again because it was just not working.
It was too tight.
Yeah, the opening for the exhaust was too tight underneath. The Y pipe was hitting the transmission cross brace. So we had to take the header back off and put everything in loosely and then re-tighten it afterwards. So yeah, that was kind of a pain, but we got it done. So yep, that's what we're going to do next.
I'll put the intake on, if I can get it on, with me still in here.
Looks like you two fit in there well.
There it went. It's on.
Yep. Alright, so we got the engine basically put back together. Everything's on it. Radiator's installed. We don't have it flushed yet or any coolant in it. Yeah, we don't have any coolant in it. Still have the actual intake off just because it's easier to fill this because this doesn't have a fill cap on the radiator. Anything else I'm missing?
No, that's pretty much almost ready to go. We got to put the wide band on it still in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And Y pipe, we've got to make some modifications to make it hook up. But
yep.
Other than that, we're going to have it.
Ending the day, we'll come back to it tomorrow. We got to get some parts. And we'll be right back at it. So if you look under the truck here, we have the headers installed along with the new Y pipe. Yeah, I mean, that's about it there. And right now what we're doing is we're installing the O2 sensor, the wideband O2 sensor, and we got to run that all the way up to the gauge in the dash of the truck. I'll update you guys once we get this sorted out. So we got everything back together, and we're getting ready to do the first start on it. We filled the radiator up, got the exhaust finished, intake back on. The only thing that we're missing is the wideband. I don't hear any.
It'll be leaking right there, or right there, and it's not. Ready?
Yep.
Our battery dead?
Maybe. That's what it sounded like.
just changed the tune on it, the idle RPM, the idle airflow, cut off the back O2 sensors.
Alright, yeah, we're using HP tuners to do all this as well. And
I didn't take a drastic swing at it because it's not that big of a cam. So. This is giving you more fuel than I really probably should have, which is a good thing. Start one? No, I'm moving this. No.
Ooh, that's close.
Oh yeah, we gotta do something with that.
That way. That's better.
Oh, yeah.
What's that sound?
No, it's kind of close.
Yeah, that's kind of a big gap.
Nah, it's close.
That's not bad. It's official, the hood's back on. The sleeperado is almost ready to roll. Dad's just got to work on some programming, put the wideband on. Yeah. And what else? That it?
That's it. Wideband, figure out how to tune it.
Yeah.
So we can go wide open throttle with it.
Yeah. So I'll update you guys when we get to that point, but hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Anything you want to say?
Nope. I'm good.
All right.